I know a lot of you guys are going to be looking for our regular content, but I can't upload that today. Today I have to upload this video and I have to give it time to breathe. Our regular content will continue tomorrow for now, but today this is going to be one of the most important videos you're going to watch. I say one of the most important videos because there's a video I'm going to link in the description that really breaks down the situation of what's happening regarding the FTC and COPPA. That individual does such a better job at explaining everything, and I highly advise you watch that video. Even if you don't come back to this video, go watch that video, please, because it will give you all the information you need. I'm going to give you some quick bullet points for the information and exactly break down why it's affecting our channel, because I'm kind of coming to you guys, the shady people. If other people find this, that's fine, but this is for the shady people, and I need you guys to know why I am most likely not going to have the ability to do YouTube come January 2020. So what's going on? The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is enforcing this law known as COPPA. Apparently, this law has been in place and it has been broken for years now. In fact, YouTube had to pay a $170 million settlement to the FTC for violating COPPA. Now, that's a settlement, which means that they wanted a lot more money. They decided to settle on that number and then institute all these new changes from YouTube. I can't even imagine how much they actually were pursuing, but wait till you hear the fine that the FTC can give to YouTubers, because maybe that'll put it into perspective just how much they could have gone after the owners of YouTube for. So YouTube was violating COPPA. Well, what exactly is COPPA? COPPA is basically an act that has been put in place to protect the privacy of children on the internet. Essentially, the biggest violation that seems to have happened was that targeted ads were getting shown to kids based on their information. So based on their browsing history, based on their location, all that kind of private information that we've pretty much forfeited thanks to the internet. The COPPA says you can do that to adults. You can advertise directly to adults based on their interests and their search history and all that fun stuff, but you can't do that to kids. And kids have been getting targeted ads, essentially because the way YouTube works is that you have to be 13 or older to make an account. But kids are on this platform 100%, whether they're watching without a user or they're watching on their parents' device, whatever it might be. Regardless, kids. So because of that, the FTC has said, hey, kids are seeing these targeted ads and they're not supposed to. So pay up and change things. So during the settlement, YouTube paid that $170 million settlement, and they are going to be changing things. And the changes is exactly what's breaking or is going to break YouTube's economy, 100%. So remember, a video violates COPPA from here on out. If the FTC decides that your video is for children, and you do not mark it as this is for children, then you are violating COPPA and you are subject to a fine of up to $42,000. That is the number I found. I hope it is accurate. Check the description. If that's not accurate, I will put it down there. But I remember seeing upwards of $40,000 or $42,000 they could fine you per violation. So per video. I have over 2,000 videos on this channel. Don't do the math because it'll make you throw up. It's disgusting how much they want to come after YouTubers for. So anyway, you now have to go ahead and mark your video as for kids. And that doesn't sound like it's such a big deal, but let's break down why it is. Once you mark your video for kids, you lose comments, you lose playlists, you lose 90% of your revenue because targeted ads make up 90% of the average YouTuber's revenue. So it's estimated between 60 and 90%. Take that as you will. A lot of people are throwing around the number 90, and that makes that's just crazy. So essentially, if you make content that the FTC dictates is for kids, you lose your YouTube community because you lose comments. That's like the biggest thing. That's how I get to connect with you guys and see if you enjoyed the video. You lose playlists, so you can't make series and people can't add your videos to their playlist. From what I'm seeing, the changes that YouTube is making from playlists to comments to all that stuff, I don't exactly understand how that protects the privacy of children. What I do think it does is it discourages creators from making content that's COPPA compliant at all. Honestly, to me, it feels like they want that content off the platform. And here's the reason why I think that, because they can't have targeted ads. So that content is worth way less to them, to Google, to YouTube, than content that can have targeted ads. So even if me as a YouTuber, say my name is Jim and I'm starting YouTube and I want to make child-friendly content, and I'm okay with just making 10% of what the past YouTubers would have made, whatever that might be. YouTube is not happy about that. And that's why they're discouraging, it seems like from these changes, they're discouraging YouTubers from even being child friendly. And to me, that's like so backwards. For my personal channel, I love it when I get parents tweeting me pictures that they're watching my videos with their kids. I'm a family man, and it's blowing my mind that our channel is getting punished for being a family man. What year is it? It's so crazy. The good news is that right now the FTC is taking comments from anyone. If you go in the description down below, there will be a link below that video where you yourself can go leave a comment, and they're reading these comments. I don't know how effective they are. I really don't. But if we have the option to let our voices be heard, I think we should. So please go ahead, take a moment, take 2 minutes and type out a comment as to why you feel COPPA is just wrong. I am all for protecting your children. Like I said, I'm a father of 2. Well, I have a second on the way. I want to protect the privacy of my kids, but this does not do that. It's really funny. I was talking to my friends the other night, and we were talking about the idea of with not wanting kids to see targeted ads. I would rather my daughter see an ad for a toy that she searched once on the internet than see an ad for something that is not related to anything for her at all. I don't want her seeing a beer ad. I don't want her seeing like a condom ad. There's things I don't want her seeing. So a targeted ad that targets her as a child, in my mind, that's better, but I'm not part of the FTC. I get that I get that I don't know the full scope of it. I do, but it was just a funny conversation. I wanted to bring up how weird it is that instead we want generic ads displayed to kids as opposed to like, kid-friendly ads. I don't know. It's just weird. Regardless, right now the FTC is listening to comment. Until December 9th, they're going to be taking and reading through all the comments they receive. That's what they say. There's going to be a link in the description down below. If we have the opportunity to let our voice be heard, I really think we should let our voice be heard. So please take 2 minutes, type a comment in there, whatever you want to say. Maybe you're for COPPA. I don't care. Just make your voice heard because you have that opportunity. I think we should do that. And that's one of the reasons why I have to let this video breathe and I have to bring awareness to this situation because it's going to change the landscape of YouTube forever. And I feel like it's not being taken seriously at all. So some people have taken the spin that, well, what if you just label your videos 13 and up? Because the FTC defines a child as 12 and under. Well, the FTC doesn't care, apparently. They don't care if you label your videos. If they decide the content there within is for children, and the worst part is that it's not just for children content. If kids are a secondary market, what the heck does that even mean? How vague can you get? So even though if I'm doing a competitive Pokemon video, which is geared towards critical thinking, making decisions, almost like playing chess, but because the secondary market could be kids because it's a Pokemon game, that's it, child friendly. That's it. Can't have targeted ads, you can't have comments, you can't have playlists, you can't have a YouTube channel. And that blows my mind because kids can play chess. So are all chess videos how far down the rabbit hole does it go? Are all chess videos now, no, kids play chess too. There's literally children chess masters. No, chess videos are kid friendly because they're not vulgar and then there's not blood and they're not rated T for teen. So it's so vague, and I cannot take the risk with my family and well-being to bet on black and say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and mark it as not kid friendly so that I can get slammed with $42,000 fine. Even just one of those fines. One of those fines ruins my life. I can't, because in addition to that fine, I'm also then losing my main source of income, which is YouTube. So I can't take that risk. So what does that mean? Well, COPPA is going to be strictly enforced in the way they're speaking of starting January 1st, 2020. For me, the conclusion I've come to is that unless something changes, unless COPPA hears these comments, unless the FTC hears these comments, reads them, and changes something about COPPA, secondary market is just so dumb. I completely understand if you're making toy review videos and it's literally for children, or you're just pulling things out of a hat and it's colorful balls and it's just wee, but to go ahead and say, nope, video games, Zelda is for kids. No adults play Zelda because it's rated E for everyone. So it has to be for kids. Mario, only for kids. That stigma makes me sick. I hate that because I don't want my kids to grow up in a world where things are compartmentalized, where hobbies have to be compartmentalized. That's ridiculous. It's such an old school mentality, specifically for the gaming area, to say, nope, only kids can play video games. That's so dumb. Come January 2020, essentially, I have to mark this channel, basically the entire channel, because I'm not willing to take a risk, as for kids. So all the comments are going away. All the playlists are going away. Everything is going away. All the ads for me are going away. That doesn't necessarily affect you, but 90% of the ad revenue from this channel is going to go away. And that pretty much spells the end for this YouTube channel. It's true that potentially for a game like Fire Emblem that we're playing through right now, because that game is rated T for teen, I really do think I'd win that court case. I really do, because the subject matter of the actual game is for 13 and up. So I think if you have a channel, this is not legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. Please do not take anything I say as legal advice and make your decisions based on that. And the video I link in the description says the same exact thing. But to me, if I'm playing a game that's rated E for everyone, and I'm not swearing or being vulgar or whatever the case may be, I feel like it would be impossible for me to not say, it would be impossible for me to refute kids being the secondary market of that video. So I can't play the games I love. I can't play Nintendo games like Mario and Zelda and Metroid. I don't know if Metroid's gonna be rated E, I'm not sure. Regardless, a lot of the games, I can't play Pokemon on this channel anymore because I won't be able to see your comments. I won't be able to make playlists. I won't be able to make a living out of it. So the 15 to 20 hours a week I spend specifically on YouTube videos, actually more than that right now, but whatever it is, those hours I can no longer spend because I'm gonna spend those making money somewhere else, whether that's a job, going back to the supermarket, being on Twitch, whatever it might be. Regardless, I can't devote as much time to this because it's no longer my career. But I really don't want to disappear completely from this channel. I have poured 6 years worth of time. I have poured thousands of videos into this channel, and I really don't want to just up and leave. It literally breaks my heart that I will no longer be entertaining families, that I can't make family-friendly content anymore. And I know some of you guys just say, hey, just start cursing and that should be fine. That's just not what I want. I don't want to compromise the vision for my content. And I know my vision is not that high and it's not the craziest quality and there's not a ton of edits, but I have a vision of families watching my content and they can't do that if I try to change myself, if I try to start cursing or make things a little bit edgy and whatever. So that's just not something I'm willing to do. And that's why I'm more willing to go get a job, honestly. What this is really for, this video, is so that I don't have to answer this question anymore. One, because I get it a ton, because I bring it up because it is very, very important. And I want as many of you guys to hear what I'm saying. And two, it's so that I can bring exposure to this, so that all the shady people can see this video. You guys that are coming for content today, you're gonna see this instead. I hope you watch it. And I hope you leave a comment. And I just wanna say thank you for the years of content we got to create together. Like I said, I don't want to disappear completely. So I'm not going to say January 1st, 2020, I'm leaving YouTube forever. Like, I don't want to say that. There's also hope that things will change with your comments going to the FTC. So I don't want to be an nihilist and think that that's it. It's the end of the world. But there is no way, if things don't change, there is no way I can produce the amount of content I produce right now for this channel. So that's just a fact of the matter. I don't know if that'll end up having me do something completely different on a different channel. I don't know if that'll have me uploading a video here once a month, once a week. I have no idea what that's gonna look like in January. I'm spending the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks, streaming on Twitch. If you wanna follow me on Twitch, I'll leave a link in the description, twitch.tv/shadypenguinn. I'll be streaming there Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the rest of this year. And then I'm hoping that once January, really, I don't hope that this happens, but if things don't change with the FTC, I will end up streaming there probably 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, as opposed to doing any YouTube related stuff. Of course, I also have a Patreon where I do exclusive content there. A lot of you guys know about that. I don't talk about it too much, but there is a bunch of playthroughs over there for anyone that signs up, $3 tier. That's probably something that I'm gonna be focusing on in January as well. So I'll still be on the internet. It's just that these changes make it so I can't put out, right now we're putting out 3 videos a day, 2 Pokemon Nuzlocke and 1 Fire Emblem. I can't do that. I can't push out that kind of content. I can't even put out daily content like that. If I'm not able to talk to you guys, if I'm not able to have an organized series, or I'm not able to make what I'm making. Like, I can't spend 2 hours between recording, editing, rendering, and uploading on a video to make $10 on it. I can't do that. That would not make me a good provider for my family. That would not make me a good husband and a good father. I refuse to do that. So I would rather go work at Starbucks and get great health benefits and make $15 an hour for those 2 hours. I'd make $30 there. Why would I? So I can't, if things don't change, I can't do what I've been doing. And it's been a really amazing ride. Seriously, thank you. But things are going to change. And there's even a chance that before January 1st, you're gonna start seeing comment sections disappear in videos. You're gonna start seeing playlists get messed up. And if that happens, it's just because my channel is getting labeled as for kids. And it's out of my control. I can't take the risk of a $40,000 fine ruining my family's life. I just can't. I wish I could. So I would rather in January, if I start uploading weekly or monthly, whatever that looks like or however frequent it looks, I'm just going to mark it as for kids. And yes, I won't be able to talk to you guys in the comments. There won't be playlists regarding those videos, but I will be on Twitter. You can talk to me there. Side note, something really interesting today on Twitter, I got a question, or I got a pop-up that said, you are no longer getting targeted ads. If you would like to turn targeted ads on, click here. So I think Twitter did a site-wide no targeted ads and gave users the option to opt in. And I think that, I wonder if there's any other solution for YouTube, but chances are, because they reached the settlement, the things that they're pushing out are the things that they've already agreed to and they have to do, because something seems off. Making even something just seems off. I don't know. Regardless, I'm going to let my voice be heard by leaving a comment for the FTC. I hope you do as well. I really hope you check out that other video because it goes a little further in depth. I just wanted to get it out there as to why things are changing, why you see me right now pushing out 3 videos a day and looking at the comments and reading the comments, because I'm not going to be able to do that in a month and a half, most likely, unless things change. So that's really it. This is not a happy video. This is not a good time. This is a very serious issue. I hope you take it seriously. But like I said, tomorrow we'll be back with our regularly scheduled program, 2 Nuzlockes, 1 Fire Emblem. And I really hope I can finish these series before the end of the year, because that would be absolutely detrimental. I'll figure it out for sure, but I don't know. There's no really good way to end this video. Just thank you. I love you guys for giving me the opportunity to do this for 6 years. My family and I will be fine. There are so many supportive people on Patreon and on Twitch. I know we're going to be fine, but you guys as the YouTube viewers, I need to let you know exactly why I most likely am leaving YouTube in January in the fashion that I am right now. Things are going to change. And if you have any comments, maybe you've never left a comment on the channel. If you want to leave a comment at some point between now and the end of the year, do so. Try to do so before December 31st, because I probably won't read it on New Year's Eve. And then come January 1st, all the comments in this channel are probably going to disappear. So I don't know, man, talking about it like this is so much more real, and it sucks. It sucks a lot. Yeah, there's no good way to end this video. All right, I'm gonna get the hashtag out of here. Thank you guys again for watching. If you want to spread this video around, feel free to use the share button. Just paste the link on Twitter and Facebook, whatever. Let people know what's happening. And let people know why hundreds of creators' lives are gonna get turned upside down. At least they'll know why, even though everything is so vague. At least they'll know what's happening. I don't know. I have no words. I'm gonna get the hashtag out of here. Have yourselves a fantastic day, but above all else, keep it shady.